Moving to a new state, it's one of life's biggest adventures, a real chance to start fresh. But let's be real, it's also a huge project. So today, we're going to break it all down into a clear strategic plan to get you from that what-if moment to welcome home without all the chaos. Let's get it. At the very heart of every single move, there's a dream. Maybe you're chasing a better job or you need more space for your family. Maybe you want to be closer to the people you love, or you're finally going after that lifestyle you've always pictured. Whatever your reason is, that vision, that's the fuel for this whole journey. And that's where the map comes in. It's exactly what we're building together today. A roadmap to get you from that initial dream to successfully landing in your new life, minus the stress and chaos that can so easily take over. Trust me, a little planning goes a long, long way. All right, let's kick things off right at the beginning. This first part is all about building that strategic foundation where you get crystal clear in your goals and really understand the landscape you're about to step into. So if you're thinking about a big move, guess what? You are definitely not alone. Get this. In 2024, nearly 20% of the 26 million Americans who moved actually crossed state lines. That's about 1 in every 5 people. It's a huge trend, and it's mostly driven by folks searching for more affordability and the new freedom of remote work. Okay, let's talk about some of those rookie mistakes that can turn that dream move into a bit of a nightmare. You see a pattern here, right? It's all about jumping the gun, underestimating costs, falling in love with a house before the financing is locked down. But here's the good news. Every single one of these is avoidable with just a little bit of planning. Just knowing these pitfalls is your first step to a super smooth move. Okay, time to forge that map. When it comes to a move this big, a systematic approach is going to beat a spontaneous one every single time. This is the part where you really take control of the whole process. So, what do the experts say? Well, they all agree that sweet spot for planning a move across state lines is right around 8 to 12 weeks. And look, that's not just some random number. This window gives you the breathing room you need to do your research, get your finances in order, and book movers without paying those crazy last-minute fees. It lets you handle all the paperwork without feeling totally overwhelmed. All right, this part is absolutely crucial. You have to get specific. Before you even open a single real estate app, you need to create what some pros call a relocation compass. What are your must-haves, your non-negotiables, and just as important, what are your deal breakers? Be brutally honest with yourself. Ranking these is going to be your North Star when you have to make tough decisions down the line. Okay, now this is where things get really interesting because the sticker price on a house, that's just the tip of the iceberg. Look at this example. When you actually factor in things like taxes, insurance, and all those other hidden costs, a state like North Carolina can be so much more affordable than California. This is exactly why doing a deep dive into the true cost of living is a total non-negotiable. Okay, so you've got your why and you've got your where. Now, let's dive into the nitty-gritty, the money, and the mountain of paperwork that makes it all happen. Now, if you're moving for a job, you're going to want to listen up. A survey just this year found that a whopping 95% of companies offer some kind of help with relocation. And look at that, over half, 54% offer full reimbursement. The takeaway here, don't leave money on the table. Always, always ask what your company's relocation package includes. Okay, let's talk about a word that you absolutely need to know, domicile. Basically, that's your legal permanent home. And it's a huge deal because it's what tells the government which state gets to tax you. To avoid the nightmare of getting taxed by 2 states, you've got to establish domicile in your new state. The simplest way to think about it is the 183-day rule. You just have to live there for more than half the year. All right, here it is. Your action plan for all that paperwork. Notice it's split into 2 parts. Before you move and after you arrive. So about a month out, you're handling things like changing your address and transferring utilities. But once you land, a whole new clock starts ticking. Most states give you just 30 to 90 days to get a new driver's license and register your car. So you got to be on it. And now the moment of truth. All of that planning, all of that preparation, it all leads right here to the physical move and way more importantly to the beginning of your brand new life. Those first few days in a new place, they can really set the tone for everything. So have a game plan before the movers even leave. Make sure the power and water are on. Then just focus on unpacking the essentials. Your bed, the coffee maker, bathroom supplies, the important stuff. Then get out and find your new go-to spots. This one simple thing makes a new place start to feel like home really fast. I absolutely love this quote because it just reframes the entire process, doesn't it? The logistics, the boxes, that's just one part. The real finish line is feeling settled, finding your rhythm, and just knowing that you've truly arrived. That's the real goal, right? When that new house finally starts to feel like home. Wow, we have covered a lot today, and I know it's a ton to remember. So if you want an even more detailed checklist and a guide to take with you, we put it all together for you in our free Ultimate Relocation Guide. You can download it and use it to map out every single step of your own incredible journey. You know, a move is so much more than just a new address. It's a blank page. It's a real opportunity to design a life that truly, truly fits you. So as you start planning this amazing adventure, really think about that. Think about the story you want to write because your new chapter is waiting.